In a lovely moment of roasting and hypocrisy,
How dare you!
one congresswoman uses the tweets of a trans dude against him in epic fashion. Karma. I hear it's a biatch.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. Hey, what's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo here, another episode of What's Next. Hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday. Well, of course, on the East Coast, we're getting a little sleet and rain, and hopefully it's dry and comfortable where you are. The ongoing groomer, trans madness, what have you. It's ongoing. It's not stopping. As long as you have those like libs of TikTok and others on Twitter exposing nonsensical garbage like this, we sadly will continue to report it. But every once in a while, you'll get a flash of mwah. And this is one of them. Let's take a look. This comes out of the Western Journal. GOP Representative Mace goes nuclear on trans activists confronting him with his own tweets during hearing. Yes, karma strikes, and it strikes hard. There was one good thing about when Twitter operated with extreme leftist bias. It encouraged radical activists to show who they truly are with fear of no censorship and criticism or even disapproval. Those extremist statements are documented on the internet, easy to find with a little bit of digging and ready to resurface at the most awkward times for those who made them. In a Tuesday hearing on the House Oversight Committee, left-wing transgender dude Alex Caraballo was reminded the hard way of how words can come back to bite you in the ass. Republican South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace laid a verbal tirade into Caraballo. It was a trap, just like General Akbar, and he fell for it and fell hard. Under Democrats' control, the Oversight Committee is usually more of a misdirecting than overseeing, such as when an investigation into President Joe Dementia and his son Hunter Biden, Parmesan Snorter, was blocked in September. Mace, however, made the most of her time during the hearing on Tuesday, which had the over-the-top title, The Evolution of Anti-Democratic Extremist Groups and the Ongoing Threat to Democracy. Yes, democracy is always threatened, according to the libtards. She led with assertion that the social media was a recruitment tool for extremists from both sides of the aisle. The Congresswoman asked the witness, including Caraballo, to respond yes or no, such as whether rhetoric on social media was a threat to democracy, and whether rhetoric targeting officials with violence was a threat to democracy. All of the witnesses said yes. Mace then dropped the hammer. She shared tweets of Caraballo, a man who identifies as a female. Of course, he's suffering from mental illness, and goes by S-Queer. On the platform, sent after the Supreme Court overturned Roe in June. But quote, let's hear a little bit, shall we?
I have a few simple yes or no questions I would like to ask the panelists today. My first one is, do you believe that rhetoric, that rhetoric is a way to inflict harm on our democracy? People's words. Mr. Ward, yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Siegel?
Yes.
Ms. Caraballo?
Yes.
This is Astronomani.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Tyler.
Of course, they would all agree that
Is rhetoric on social media
words
a
are
problem and a
violence.
threat to our democracy, Mr. Ward?
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Siegel?
Yes.
Ms. Caraballo?
Yes.
Ms. Numani?
that was the trans dude.
Ms. Tyler?
Yes.
Another question I have, do you believe that rhetoric targeting officials with violence for carrying out their constitutional duties is a threat to democracy, Mr. Ward? Mr. Siegel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Only a few weeks after the attempted attack on a Supreme Court justice on June 25th, one of the witnesses, Alejandro Caraballo, tweeted out the following in response to a decision on abortion overturning Roe v. Wade, and I'll
Alejandro.
quote directly from the tweet. "The 6 justices who overturned Roe should never know peace again. It is our civic duty to accost them every time they're in public. They are pariahs. Since women don't have their rights, these justices should never have a peaceful moment in public again. I know something about being accosted. The night of January 5th, I was physically accosted on the streets of D.C. in Navy Yard by a constituent of mine. I fervently blamed rhetoric on social
By
media,
a constituent
events,
of hers.
for being physically accosted. I
More like a
carry
leftist piece of
gun
trash that
everywhere
went
I
after her.
go when I am in my district and I'm at home, because
called
I know
facts.
personally that rhetoric has consequences. I've had my car keyed. I've had my house spray painted. I had someone trespass in my house as recently as August.
Because
I've been
she's a
doxxed
conservative.
on social media about where I live.
And she thinks with common sense.
And I've had to add to security
Not with her
everywhere
ass,
I go.
like
Often because I
most
can't
leftists
afford it,
do.
I have to carry my own firearm wherever I go. And Alejandro Caraballo also recently tweeted on November 19th, not even a month ago, that the Supreme Court, vested with the judicial power of the United States by our Constitution,
I'm
stated
playing
they are
this in
not
its
a
entirety
legitimate
so
court
that way,
issuing decisions. And also the Supreme Court
you know,
is an organ
context.
of the far right. So my last question today of Ms. Caraballo: do you stand by these comments, this kind of rhetoric on social media? And do you believe it's a threat to democracy?
Wait for it.
Thank you, Representative, for the opportunity to clarify and provide context to my tweets.
I have a question. Is it yes or no? Do you believe your rhetoric is a threat
Simple
to
yes or no
democracy
will
when you're
suffice.
calling to accost a branch of government, the Supreme Court?
I don't believe that's a correct characterization
What
of
you
my
tweeted.
statements.
Did you not tweet that?
A simple
That you
yes or no.
thought that the Supreme Court justices should be accosted.
What I'm
you
saying
tweet
is
that,
that
yes or
that is
no?
not an
Did you tweet
accurate characterization of my statements.
On June 8th of this year, a man was arrested near Justice Brett Kavanaugh's home in Maryland. He told law enforcement officers he wanted to kill a Supreme Court justice. He was found with a knife, with a pistol, 2 magazines, ammunition, pepper spray, zip ties, a hammer, crowbar.
Thank
and
God nothing happened.
the threats that members of Congress, the threats that branches of government face on the left and the right, as was mentioned by the chairman earlier in the committee hearing, what happened to the speaker's husband is every member's worst nightmare. So it's clear to me that we have to call out the threats to our democracy emanating from wherever they come, whether it's the right or the left. It is incumbent upon every one of us to call
But
it
it's
out
not the
on
right
both
who make
sides of the political
threats. It's the
spectrum,
left that
and
does.
recommit ourselves to the Constitution and the rule of law. I look forward to working with anyone, Republican.
Alejandro Caraballo couldn't dance fast enough, couldn't run fast enough. He couldn't backpedal fast enough regarding it. Well, I was taking it up. You got caught in a lie. You got caught. Your hypocrisy. You got caught. And instead of fessing up to it and say, yes, I did tweet these, saying, you know, I don't know, something a man would do, but being that you're not one, well, in your head anyway. Tell us all we need to know. Again, more leftist ass clowns who do these stupid ass things. And especially when it's on the internet, because the internet doesn't lie. Wow. Some of it anyway. But in this case, no. Once you tweet it out, once you submit it, it's there and it's never going away, no matter how many times you delete it. But when it comes to this ass clown, Caraballo, and Mace called him out for the ass clown that he is, that is a crystal clear poster child for every single leftist out there. They have no problem doing this. But the second they're confronted face to face, all of a sudden, I'm mischaracterized. It's taken out of context. I've been misspoken. Dude, see the writing? That's you. The tweet? That's you, dude. First of all, you got a mental illness and you need to get help. Second of all, you're a moron and you got called out on it. And of course, as always, I love it. With that being said, I'm Jazz Berganza. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.